Hello everyone and welcome to my next speed paint video with commentary. It is April 25th and I'm way behind on speed paint videos and I apologize because life has been very hectic. So first things first, we're going to do the artsy part of the talk and then I'm going to cover some life stuff because I am super excited about some events coming up and I'd really like to share them with you guys. So first things first, this is Yuri from Yuri on Ice, since I have a very small obsession with that show, just a little bit. I did this picture in Paint Toolsci on my Wacom Intuos Pro pen tablet. My audio is recorded in Audacity, and the music you hear in the background is from ocremix.org. So now let's go and talk about the artwork in general. So for this piece, I originally started out as a normal left-facing three-quarters view, because that's what I do. I draw left-facing three-quarters views all the time. It's like muscle memory to me. So for this one, I decided I wanted to flip it. I wanted to do a right-facing three-quarters view. And at the time, I thought that was an absolutely amazing idea. Get out of my comfort zone, try a different facing three-quarters view, and the whole 9 yards. As I worked on the picture, my current self disliked my past self for making that decision because no matter what I did, I could not get his facial features right. When I do left facing three-quarters views, drawing the facial features and stuff is like muscle memory to me. I know where they go because I've drawn this angle so many times. And it's terrible as an artist to kind of get into that level of muscle memory where you just kind of know where things go because this is just what you do all the time. So when I was doing the right-facing three-quarters view, which I never draw right-facing three-quarters views, it's very rare, I was having so much trouble with the facial features. I would move eyes, the mouth, the nose, just everything all around. I moved it like 50 separate times before my friend said to me, I said, I'm getting frustrated, this is driving me crazy. And she was like, well, get up, walk away from it for a bit, and then come back with fresh eyes. So I got up, I meandered around my house, played with my dog, did everything I do that I normally don't do when I'm doing artwork, and came back and sat down and I was like, okay, I'm going to fix this. Another 50, 60, 70 adjustments later, I was so frustrated and angry because I could not get this face right. So I did something I normally don't do. I ended up asking my friend for help. I was like, this face looks atrocious. I don't know how to fix it, and I just have to admit that I need help. So I asked her for help. I don't know why I don't ask for help when it comes to artwork, but it's something that's really good to do as an artist is to be able to ask for help and ask for critique. So in the end, that's what I ended up doing. And she came back and said, okay, yep, send the file. So I did. And when I came back, come to find out I was over adjusting the facial features because I had gotten so frustrated. I've been working on this for so long that I was just being really, really drastic with my adjustments. So I learned that sometimes it's better off asking for help than getting to the point where you're so frustrated where you just want to chuck a piece out. Because I would have been really upset with myself if I threw this picture out because I really love the end results. So yeah, I learned that, sometimes you should just kind of ask. If you can't figure something out, just be like, hey, can you see if you can help me here? So thank you, Rai, for helping fix Yuri's atrocious face. This picture wouldn't be finished without your help. So next thing is I want to kind of talk about fan art. So I do quite a bit of fan art as opposed to original art. I do original art, but I do way more fan art. And I really enjoy doing fan art. And I find that fan art presents a pretty interesting artistic challenge because you're taking someone else's creation, you're taking a creation that's not your own and adapting it into your style and into something that is yours. So I find it really interesting and challenging the process it takes for me to take like Yuri from Yuri on Ice and adapt him into my style. For example, when I draw fan art, I go out and I grab every reference I can. I grab character sheets, I grab photos, like screen caps from the show, magazine covers, the whole 9 yards. And for Yuri, specifically with his face shape, I noticed that from magazine covers to screen caps to his character sheet, they're all a bit different. So I ended up having to figure out how to take all three of those face shapes and kind of meshing it into one face shape. And, I ended up going with more like the Love and Life anime style cover face as opposed to all the other faces. And I'm really happy that I did because I really, really like that face. So, in the end, I really love the challenge and that drawing fan art presents to me. And, that's why I do it. Plus, when it comes to like Yuri on Ice fan art, I don't really draw guys. I never really drew guys very much prior to this. So Yuri on Ice is kind of slamming me out of that comfort zone. It's like, okay, well now you have to study male anatomy. You have to figure out, how male body types work, which I think I've been, figuring it out fairly well over time. There's still a lot of stuff I can improve on, but I feel like I've actually become a bit better artistically since I've been starting to, kind of branch out and draw fan art from Yuri on Ice. And hopefully that'll eventually reflect into my original artwork a bit more. So yeah. So there's my artsy talk. Now I'm going to move on to life talk. There we go. Going into life talk. So, about a month and a half ago, no, it's more like a month. About a month ago, I had seen on Twitter that Animate USA was going to be doing a Yuri on Ice only pop-up shop. This is where we get into all the Yuri on Ice stuff, so more Yuri on Ice. So I decided in all my brilliance that depending on what limited items they were going to have, I was going to go on an adventure to New York City. I live in New York, so it's not really that big of a deal to go on an adventure to New York City, but it's not something that I normally would do. It's just I don't go on adventures much. I don't like big cities. But I figured if something's going to get me out of my comfort zone, then why not just do it? So it come out that they were going to have the one limited item that I have just been trying to get for my display, the flower wedding acrylic stands that go for like $250 online for Yuri and Victor, because I collect like everything Victory. So in the end, I decided I'm going to go on this really big adventure to New York City, drag some friends, and have a wonderful Yuri on Ice filled time. And planning this adventure has been hectic and crazy, but I'm just so elated and excited to say that Saturday, April 29th, I'm going to be heading down to the Yuri on Ice pop-up shop, and hopefully it's going to be a wonderful time. And then I'm also really excited for an event I can't even attend. The Yuri on Ice Yuri on Stage event is actually happening in Japan on the 29th. So a bit ahead of when I'll be at the pop-up shop. And I'm so excited for this event. They're hyping it so much. Like, I cannot wait to see what comes out of this event. I'm hoping for a season 2 announcement. I really am. But I doubt we're going to get that. But fingers crossed that we might. And maybe we'll get an OVA announcement or more bonuses for DVD 6. I've already got mine pre-ordered. I've got the whole set from Ame Ame. Ame Ame rocks, by the way. And I'm super duper duper excited about just my Saturday that's just going to be full of Yuri on Ice goodness. I'm just so excited to hear about the on-stage event and to go to the pop-up shop and just so much Yuri on Ice and anime goodness. It really, really excites me. So I kind of wanted to touch on that in this video. So if anybody else is going to the Yuri on Ice pop-up shop in New York City Saturday, comment in the comments, and maybe I can say hey, and we can babble about Yuri on Ice together. It'd be really nice to be able to talk to some more Yuri on Ice fans. So this video is actually going to be wrapping up here in a minute. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I should have a new speed paint video out here very, very soon, starting next week with the Victor Nikiforov that goes with this Yuri. So thanks again, and see you soon.